Alright. Episode 10.
Episode 10 by default, episode 14 in real terms.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother. Good
First
to be here.
potty together.
Yeah.
How good?
Yeah, real good, real good.
It's a bit different, eh?
Yeah,
I'm looking at the screen and
yeah,
it's a bit harder to see, you know. At least I can, when the internet goes, I get that ugly head a bit, you know, distorted. But
yeah.
a bit harder when
well,
you're
we're hoping we're both not distorted on this one too. Everyone's just.
No, I'm watching ourselves and.
Yep.
We're out back off Red NT. Just sub blokes didn't realise. Oh, that bloke, eh?
Yeah. Hey. What's he on about, this bloke?
Oh, didn't sub. It didn't realise he hadn't subbed.
Oh.
That's the old excuse in the book,
Seriously. Better known as a flog.
Yeah. So for people listening
Thanks,
on,
Regan.
thank you, mate. For everyone listening on Spotify and YouTube, we are live currently. So we're not just talking to random ghosts or anything. But, we're actually talking to people. We just thought it'd be pretty cool to go live and answer questions, and that's our first potty sort of sitting together. So
yeah, sick.
Trying a new setup, so what could possibly go wrong?
And look where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we'll get into that, won't we?
Yeah, 100%. But no, appreciate you all joining us. Bloody good to be here to do it with you, those bros.
Been a long time coming, long time coming.
Yeah, so we'll make the most of it.
Yeah, this potty, when we get into it, is sort of a bit of a catch-up. It's been so bloody long.
Yep.
We did actually record episode 14, but someone decided to blame my internet.
Yeah.
And it wasn't my internet. Someone's mic wasn't working. So, not mentioning any names, but so here we are. I don't know. It's a bit of episode 14 anyway. Getting to do it live, but so we are going to re-record episode 14, which will probably be episode 15. Or so. That was just a sort of a positive vibe one. Obviously, our last one. We were sort of pretty negative and well, not negative, but just discussing some hard topics. And had Maddie from
West Australian.
you can say that. So yeah, big shout out to Maddie for joining that one. It was awesome to have him there, and we're just it was amazing to have so much knowledge on there, which is pretty awesome. So
I hope you guys got something out of that, because I know it's a fair bit for Maddie just to take time out just to come and join us for that, and there's a fair bit that went into it, and it was a two-part episode because we were on the yarn. So I hope you did get something out of that.
Yeah,
because we really enjoyed it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I said, it's so good to have such a knowledgeable bloke on the subject. It's been involved in so much of it, and I do believe they hit. Oh, I should have written this down. It was something like 27,000.
Yep, that last call
on the petition. So and probably at the time of recording today, I'm pretty sure it would only be a few days away before it goes to Parliament. So the
good luck.
Out of Side podcast, I believe he's updating everyone, and so hope it goes well. We'll see what happens from that. But it was good. So you're gonna go through the sponsors, mate. Put you on the spot here, right?
Did well.
You got your list up.
First, obviously, Devil Accessories, the main man himself. Obviously, the business has been pretty quiet recently because of everything else that's going on in the world.
On the back burner at the moment.
But it'll crank up again soon. Don't forget Devil Accessories, and you get through his list and look what he's got online and what we can grab off him. Renegade grips, they're still hanging around. They haven't sort of shouted out to us and said we're getting off because you blokes aren't doing bugger all. So I appreciate those guys. Provoked Apparel, they're still there, hanging in there. Appreciate their support as well. Who else have we got, bros? That's it.
Anarchy Auto Care.
Oh, sorry, Anarchy Auto Care.
This bloke's not getting any car wash this week.
Yeah, no car wash from me. So big shout out to all those guys for hanging in there.
As we always say, support your small businesses, and we're not trying to ramp it down your throat, but if you're in the market for any of those products,
get around them.
Go check them out.
Yep, absolutely.
Last minute living looks chilly down there. Well, it's quite nice to me. I'm in you're in shorts too.
Yeah, I'm in shorts too. Yeah, but, we're both in shorts.
Yeah, old mate here. Well, both you and Fia, not quite
struggling.
Not quite attuned to the
bloody freezing
cold. And it has been like sort of when you got here, it's been peak heat, proper peak heat.
Yeah.
Sort of 30, 35, 40. Well, I didn't quite get to 40, but near on there. which is pretty hot for us folk down here. We're sweating our balls off, but now we're slowly getting back in it, and it's good because it's been super dry, big summer here. So but yeah, it is chilly.
And the tough part is we can't have a bloody fire. So we're sort of it's actually really challenging, to be honest, that there's all this firewood here. Jayden's camped up on the back of a forest, and there's about 60 million.
I was hoping that I'd got a big pile going, and I was hoping that when you were down here we could light her up, but kept getting extended, just gets so dry, and quite a few bushfires down here, so...
Yeah, not worth the risk.
No.
But we are actually sitting under the awning of the 79, so that's even different. Where we're looking is there's a fridge there full of cold beverages, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
And,
so if you see a jacket in front of the camera, or a door, it's just a fridge getting a few beers.
That's it.
And if you see someone go flying past, it's probably got a bit, how you going, a bit too many and tripped over or something, but what could go wrong, eh?
But when we actually were setting up for this, guys, it was, it wasn't pissing rain, but it was raining enough to get bloody everything saturated. So we pulled the awning out, we're sitting here, freezing. Me love handles are cold, but we'll battle on, and we'll do it for all years.
Guessing that's Dan from Meet the Mitches. Hey, Braz.
Hey, brother. Thanks for joining us.
It.
Legend. Absolute legend.
Yeah, so
wish you were here.
Where are you, mate? Hey, breaking Nissan. What a surprise that is, eh?
I came down to see you, mate, and you left 45 minutes before we got here. I was trying to see you on the road. I was hoping we would have caught up with you, mate. But I
got stuck behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, bloody caravanners, I tell you.
Those guys.
In a truck and one, you too. It's good to catch up with Dan and the fam. So what's been going on? A lot's happened. Happened.
Yeah, so the reality is, guys, this potty is essentially it's live. It's something different. We're together, and there's been a bit going on in the last 3 months, and I guess I'll just get sort of straight to it. Why we haven't been knocking out the potties, there's a few different reasons. Straight out with this, in January, Fee had a fall, hit her head pretty savagely, and obviously had to get rushed off to hospital. And during all the scans and all the rest of it, they've found a couple of aneurysms, or they found one big aneurysm on her brain. And so that was a fair bit to take in for us, pretty scary. And I mean, initially at the first scans that she had, she spent a day or so in hospital, and then went back and had a meeting with one of the doctors there, and he basically said, what do you do for hobbies? What do you do for work? What do you do for everything? And said that basically, cut work for the moment until we get a doctor's clearance. No remote touring, no four-wheel driving, no quad biking, even, go fishing, but don't be humping through the bush with your rods and that. You might be able to go to the beach and throw a line in. But, So that was sort of shook us a bit, not in the fact that we couldn't go and do all that, but it was a bit like, is this like a long-term thing? Is obviously the first and foremost is Fee's health. I want to sort of clear that up straight away, like all the other shit that, goes with it. It sort of means bugger all, but it was a real hit home for us that, something's pretty scary is going on with the wife, and everything that we love and we do outside of work is on hold for the moment, and potentially indefinitely, because we didn't know the long-term outcome. Real scary. So the last 3 months, and unfortunately we'd sort of seen a couple of doctors up in Headland, and there was sort of a couple of different, what would you call, outcomes or whatever, or whatever they were saying. I can't think of the bloody word, it escapes me right now, but one doctor was saying you need to go to Perth straight away. One doctor was saying we'll get you booked in a month's time.
As doctors do.
We'll do this and we'll do that. And then it wasn't until probably 5 weeks after we were waiting to get Fee booked in to come down to Perth, and we spoke to the neurosurgeon, and the neurosurgeon said, look, this is the situation. We've looked through his scans. We've actually found a second aneurysm, which was even scarier. And look, guys, the reality is we spoke, sat on the phone with the neurosurgeon for quite some time, and basically where we live and even if you're, in Perth, if an aneurysm bursts, like if you basically, it's a 50% mortality rate. So I won't lie to you, it was fucking frightening. So the last 3 months for us has been turned upside down. So it was, our potties have been put on hold. Our bloody, our dream and our love for going out and making videos for YouTube has been on hold. Our focus has just been on Fee's health and making sure we pull together as a family and make sure that, Fee's in a good headspace, because it's really rocked her, it's really rocked us, it's rocked the kids. And after we came down last week, obviously, part of us coming down, we were actually meant to be down here right now, picking up the cruiser. We sent that down pretty much just, Fed sort of had her for. We're still going through that, and we were sending the cruiser down to get the new canopy, as a couple of you that would have seen it on our socials. But to get the new canopy done, our new 12-volt system. And at one stage there, we weren't sure whether we were even going to do that. We sort of weren't sure whether we wanted to pull the pin on that, or not pull the pin, I should say, postpone it till a later date. And because the first doctors that were speaking up in Headland scared the shit out of us. And after talking to the neurosurgeon pretty much said, the reality is, until it's treated, life's all about luck in some ways. But he reassured us that we shouldn't be cotton wool in our lives. Obviously, don't go and do powerlifting and don't do dumb shit. But go and live your lives, because, the reality is there's nothing we can do until we get it treated. So Fee went in last week to have her pre-surgery test. So they pump a tube up there into her brain cavity, or around her brain, and they scan what they're going to do. And this Monday, in a few days' time, she goes in for brain surgery. So I'll probably get a bit emotional right now, but it's pretty bloody frightening. I guess when you hear of other people going through it, and it's you don't really know how to take it, and it's probably doesn't hit home until it's sort of your own family. And I guess you'll see on our socials the last week or so, we've been down here with Jayden and Shannon and Bubs. We've been out, and we've been staying with our best mates in Donnybrook, and we've gone out and done a trip out to Black Point with those guys, and we've been down here fall driving and camping and that. And when Fee had her pre-surgery last week, we just sort of said to the doctor, what shouldn't we be doing in this next week before surgery? And he said, nothing. Just go and live your lives. The reality is, it hasn't ruptured yet, and I just don't think you should sit at home and let the world go by. Just go and enjoy your life. So this week has been epic. We've gone and done, we've enjoyed our car, we've enjoyed our mates, we're having a ball. But I guess Sunday will hit home a little bit, where Fee wakes up in the morning and we go in and do bloody brain surgery, and we hope it all goes well, because the reality is, guys, to sit down and have a conversation with the neurosurgeon who's done well over 700 surgeries and never had an issue yet. So we're confident, Fee's confident, she's in good spirits. I'm proud of her, I love her, she's our family rock. But it's still fucking scary. So, shit way to start the potty, but it's just the reality of what's going on in our lives. And in that, to get off that topic, we'll move on from there. That's our situation. That's why all our shit's been put on the back burner, because we live by a motto in our home, like many of yous would. It's family first for us, and
100%.
None of the other shit's that important when it comes to family. We want to see Fee in good hands and in good health, and then we'll jump in our 79 that's all kitted out now, and we'll go and fucking live our best lives the best we can. So on the other topic, we have got our 79 with the new canopy and the new 12-volt system. Shout out to Core Off-Road for the canopy, and AGD Auto for the 12-volt system. We will do some separate videos on those on our YouTube channel going forward. But right now we're loving it. We're sitting here, we're drinking beers out of the fridge, sitting under the awning, keeping the rain off us, bros. Jayden doesn't like it, but he's a Hilux driver, so fucking. But look, to be honest with you, to come down here and B, you know, to spend time with our friends in Donnybrook, and you know, like they're everything to us. You know, they're running us to the hospital, they're picking us up from the airport, they're opening their home to us. You know, Sean and Deb, love you guys. You know, you're the best, and then to come down here and Jayden's opened his property up to us and said, you know, stay as long as you want, do whatever you want. I'll show you the southwest, and to come down here and obviously, spend time with these guys. It's been a long time coming, as Jayden said. So epic, but outside of, you know, I don't want that to be doom and gloom, because it's just the reality of life. A lot of people are going through some tough shit, and we're no different. But yeah, we're in good spirits. I've got a bloody beautiful missus, and she's going to smash it, and we're going to come out the other side and have a crack. So
well, we'll catch up on a few of the comments. We're getting behind here already. Getting flooded, guys.
Flooded. Yeah,
where are we up to? Oh, last one said, are we going to see a 79 versus the Sloth?
Yeah.
You will.
Yeah.
On the Red Dust Adventures.
Yep.
Channel.
Yep.
Probably you'll be able to knock that by this weekend.
Yeah. we did do a heap of filming in the last couple of days, Dylan. So there will be a couple of videos coming out, 100%.
Yeah, and Sloth smoked it as always.
Yeah.
Meet the matches. Love you, boys. Hey, look, we have a fire there, but don't tell the council. See what I did there, Jad? No, we'd never go against the council rules. Dylan also said, blessing in disguise. Maybe Brad that they found it and they can get on top of it before 100%. We were. So, love your feet.
Love your feet.
Sending all the Dylan said, sending all the positive vibes. Good outcome your way, guys. Life can be rough, but stay strong, you guys. And then also again said, you got this, Brad. You got it. Oh, why is the love heart in the way? I don't know how to get rid of that. What happens to the press it? No, it doesn't know anything. Something got, I can't see what it says behind it. Got all us around you to the drop of the hat will be there.
Yeah, love is all, appreciate it. And I know that, and make no mistake about it, I do know that we've got some solid friends and family around us, and it doesn't go unnoticed, I can assure you with that. And I think we say it all the time, but it's like we talk every day, like, and sometimes 5 times a day, sometimes only once, but
sometimes all bloody day.
Yeah, sometimes all day.
Right, I gotta go.
Yeah, like I love this bloke supporting, and like I mean, he's been massive for me in this last period, and there's a few other people that are around it, and look for everyone that doesn't know, because we're not that sort of family, and as much as we're on social media and we love it, I'm just not a mad fan of just having to like. Throw that out for everyone. It's not really everyone's business what we're going through personally, and it wasn't a thing of we sort of got off the social media there for a bit, because I just wasn't. Life was just all about focus. So we do know, to the Metros and all, like, you know how much we love you guys. Like, you're a massive part of our life also, and we've got a lot of other people that are a massive part of our life. And we don't have to talk every day. I know, Dan, you sent a message to me the other day, brother, saying. Yeah, mate. So I haven't been in contact or whatever for a bit. You know, mate. You don't need to contact me every day. I know I know you love our family, and you know we'll be mates for life. So don't ever sweat that, bruz. We know who's around us and who's there for us, and if we need them, they're there. So yeah, don't ever sweat that, brother. And looking forward to that beer when we do catch up, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing, the old YouTube, Instagram, camping community.
Yeah,
as much as we were talking about that the other day, as shit it is with some of the stuff and the people you meet, and the absolute dogs and fakes and all this, and but the good people you do meet are absolute bloody legends. So
and
who knows who you are?
Yeah, you all do know who you are, and thank you for your support, and we'll be thinking of you guys while you're thinking of us.
Yeah, and so while we're on this lovey-dovey comment, if you want to subscribe to our I don't know, what's it called? I forgot what it's called. I stuffed up that funny bit there. Oh, well, you just pay us.
Patreon and all that.
Patreon, yeah. Just come to our Patreon for $50 a month.
Yeah, you'll be able to help with all the stuff.
We go a long way, mate. we got all sorts going on here.
Yeah, we got Sadie, the little kelpie down here, joining us for the potty.
She's at the feet trying to get us to throw sticks.
Look at there, good, yeah.
You're a co-host.
Righto, so bros, that's it. Look, I mean, that's sort of our situation and what we're running through, but and look, that's not just a sob story, and I don't want people to feel sorry for us. I'd much rather, like you all say, what you've said now, like getting around us and you be there for us, and that. I love your support. yeah, it's just another hurdle. We all go through hurdles, and we all know
100%.
that. There's challenges in life, and look, I mean, there's people doing a lot worse than what we are, a lot worse than what we're doing. So we're doing all right. Make no mistake about that. It's just another little hurdle we'll jump through, and we'll get across there. But on to you, big fella. There's a bit going on.
I've been pretty chilled, just
sort of bitgoingnon.com for you, isn't it?
All right, so
Sadie. Hey.
Get down.
Hey.
Yeah, so we... Oh, there you go. Yeah, you want to get right in the camera.
Bit of live action.
So you had to talk to it, didn't you? Yeah, so... Yeah, lots of thing going on. So you sort of seen behind us. I've got a bit of land here. But the day before the land, we had a little baby girl.
Yep.
So
cheers.
Cheers, Raz. Yeah, had a baby girl, my Auntie May. And yeah, well, it's finally a dad. Been waiting years and years for that. We wanted the kids for a while, so yeah, real healthy baby girl, and
she's beautiful.
All went well, and all good since. Absolutely golden child so far.
Yeah.
So the next one must be absolute demon.
Yeah. He'll be a boy and he'll be a nightmare.
Yeah, she sleeps all night and all this sort of carry on. So you're gonna try the new drink, bros?
Yeah, I'll have a Kilkenny with you, bros.
Yeah, Kilkenny. Getting in mind that I don't know, it doesn't taste as good as it doesn't taste as good as it on the glass, I reckon. But
well, there you go.
Yeah,
Jayden's pouring me a Kilkenny.
Oh shit!
It's the first time you shouted since I've been down here, mate.
Yeah, well, you know, I've got a kid now, mate.
That old chestnut, yeah.
And
everyone knows because we've got a 79, we're millionaires, so
yeah.
No spares, no
yes, you can there.
Spared.
Yeah, so we had a baby girl, and then the very next day, cheers. He's probably going to spit it out because he's never had it before. Not quite as good. I can taste better than glass, and on tap even better.
That's all right, eh? It's like a milky coffee or something.
It's like smooth. It's like smoothie. Smooth. Yeah. So the very next day, I got handed our land. So I got a little 11-acre block down there. Sit down.
Come on, sit down. You don't cut on me like this all day.
Yeah, come on. You're just trying to be famous, aren't you?
Oh.
I mean, we're the two famous people.
Mate, we haven't done a potty in 6 weeks, and now you want to just wreck it for us. Sit down, Sadie.
Yeah. So, by the way, Dylan, I did try and swipe it up, and it didn't go.
Oh, is he giving you a few technical...
Yeah, mate, just because I forgot that cooker one time.
Keep him in check, Dylan.
Jayden should be paying us to sub. Well, I'll pay... oh, mate, I'll take it out of your rent that you went the other night you spent here.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was Jayden's something would have come down.
Do you need glasses, Buzz?
Oh, look at the heart there. It's right in the middle of the comments. I don't know what it does.
You're going to borrow me glasses?
Oh, now I've lost it all.
Well, we're gone.
Oh, we'll go down. Oh, no, we'll just go like that. Didn't know it was Jayden's shadow have come down. Well, mate, I probably would have forgot the glass to put it in.
Don't waste your fuel, mate. There's no shouting going on here. I've got a couple of bloody Kilkenny and that's about as far as it goes.
I want that cup back, by
yeah, half full too.
So, yeah, God, we're getting distracted. Yeah, 11-acre block. Been our dream to own land for a long time. Sort of obviously had the baby on the way and sort of like, we really wanted to buy our own place and been wanting to do it for a while. So, excuse me, going between either buying a house in town or a lot of the blocks down this way are expensive.
Yeah.
So, trying to find something in the budget. And, not everyone owns a 200 series, so I mean a 79 series, so can't always afford everything. But yeah, so we found a little 11-acre block, and yeah, loving it so far. And a bit different, it's like very scary, obviously first time dad and all that, you sort of want to do your best for your kid and your missus and all that, and bought this fresh block and then swapped my N70 Hilux for a bus. So yeah, not only fresh parents and getting all that, of chucking the fam in a bus and living on a bus on the property.
Which is sick.
Yeah, well, I mean, some people they sort of like their face when you tell them, I've got a bus, and they're like, what? Like, we're not living out in the paddock, guys. Like, well, sort of, but
on the paddock.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, put it there, it's got everything it's got a house has got, but it's just got less room. It's yeah, so I got pretty lucky finding this bus, looking for ages, and went through all the options of trying to find something to put on the property and shire regulations and all that carry on. Yeah, just easy to get a bus. It's got, you know, solar and water and shower and toilet and
bloody hot shower too. We had one this morning. It was nearly burned the skin off you. Good.
After you overflowed the tank.
Yeah. There's no little story I'll tell you shortly. Yeah.
So yeah, I got that bus and yeah, it's drove it in here. Obviously, having an earth moving background, worked for the father-in-law with a couple of machines, so been out here flat out burning diesel, building pads, and just dug a dam, which you would have seen just before it got dark. Yeah, so it's all been go out here.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool to finally work on something that's your own and not putting time and money into someone else's property. So yeah, we're getting there and it's exciting. I had my dad come over to the past week and he's built us a little shelter over the...
Shout out, Trev.
Yeah, big shout out to Dad.
I know you're not subscribed, you're flogged, but anyway, one day you'll listen to us.
Yeah, we've been on him for days about it.
I think that's how we said goodbye. Like and subscribe, Trev, now piss off.
Yeah, I mean, no chance of getting him on Patreon anyway.
Yeah, no. Shout out to him and Capo Sicko.
Yeah, so they, old boy's quite handy on the tools and a bit handy on everything, so chucked us, not that he can line up tin straight, but
we should chuck some photos in.
But chucked up a shelter over the bus because had a few leaks and want something to be able to catch rainwater on, so obviously got the dam, but it's more for sort of showers and grass and all that sort of stuff, and want some fresh drinking water, so
it's coming along, bro.
It's slowly getting there. It's changed a lot since we got here, and it's just so nice to... I was talking to you the other day, like my wife's little brother, he's 13 or 12, 13, and the amount of things he can do that adults can't even do.
Yeah.
And I was saying, like, half the time, if I can't fix something or need to get something started, I call this little 12-year-old over and he shows me how to do it. And that's all we want for our kids, be able to grow them up on a little bit of land. And got a couple of horses that we want to bring out here, and it's just it's our dream. Maybe eventually, if money permits and whatever goes our way, we'd love to get a bigger farm one day. But just stoked to be out here so far, like, nice and quiet, and it's just an ability to be able to have people come out and camp on the property like we've had this past week. We've had multiple people come out, and
that's expensive to stay at. That's a good spot.
And you're not allowed to leave till you hit that 5-star review. But it's sick. So it's all coming. Obviously, been sort of business, Devil Accessories, been on the back burner. I don't have an office anymore, so we're encouraging up. So it's sort of don't really have anything to store or anything or sticker making or so that's sort of really on the back burner, and then starting, quit FIFO is another big thing that's happened.
Yeah, well, and I was just going to jump in and say that, mate. Like, the fact that within all that's been going on in this last little bit,
job change.
you've quit your FIFO and you're running your own, or you're essentially running your own business here, doing your machines and your stuff. So what's going on there, bro?
So father-in-law's got a little posi track, bobcat, whatever you want to call them, and a little digger and a tip truck. So me sort of, I've been many years been in earth moving, did back in the day, did the Perth Stadium and got to work there for a while, and been up in the mines for about 5 years on the bigger sort of gear. And I sort of personally, each to their own, I don't really fuss either way, but wanted to be home for having kids. They grow up too quick.
Yep.
And it's already been a month or a month and a half, and it already feels like it's already grown so fast. So,
100%.
Just personally want to be home and be home every night. You work twice as much or triple as much, but for less money. But I just want to really be home, and I enjoy the work a lot more. Doing house pads and drains and whatever really. It's been, and then sort of I run the job side, I suppose you could say, of the business. So obviously working with father-in-law, the owner, but so it's a lot more, been a bit of a challenge, and enjoyed it. It's not, as I've always worked for a boss that just, they got engineers or supervisors, and you just roll up without a care sort of thing and just do whatever needs to be done for the day. But planning the jobs for the week or month, or organising deliveries of gravel or carting and what day this needs to happen. And
I remember he rang me one day, or obviously we just message all day every day, and he's like, "Buzz, I'm on the quotes. He said, this is a bit more challenging than I thought. I just don't know what I'm doing. It's like I could end up broke here or like real rich and rip someone off. But like, because even that's a massive thing, isn't it? Like trying to quote all your own work.
Yeah, well, I say, like, it's not my dad's business, it's my stepdad. I mean, my father-in-law.
Well, because you know how to do the job and you know what you've got to achieve. But yeah, just that concept of how
much fuel you're burning for this and how much wear and
there's a bit more
what's
to it,
the material cost and then trying to find access and just so many different
layers to it, eh?
Yeah, so it's and as any business owner, and not that I'm a business owner, but I mean I get to avoid all the paperwork, which is good, so that's how I like it. So it's that's another cool aspect, but yeah, just great to be home every day and massive change and pop home every day and doing something on the block, so it's a massive opportunity. So
look guys, in reality, this isn't. We wish we had been able to just keep flowing with the potties because it's something that sort of Jayden and I love doing, and we do have some really good followers. There's only a few of yous, but the feedback we get from you guys that you do enjoy it, and we appreciate that support. But as you all know, like sometimes life gets in the way, and I think we said it right from the start. We want to keep motivated, we want to keep our finger on the pulse and keep punching out the potties and all the rest of it. But yeah, like our family 100% comes first, and we're back into it. Like we're keen to, we'll do our live tonight just to say thanks for the people who have stuck around and the people that are going to stick around for the future. We're not giving up, we're going to keep cracking them out. There's just a little pause there, a little break. We got to 10 episodes and we're knocked up. We needed to just...
when you're at the top, it's stressful.
Yeah, it was bloody stressful, taking on too much. So, look, all jokes aside, certainly not an excuse, it's just a reality check. Yeah, so...
Well, still, I got 7 people on, and to some people, it's not huge numbers, but every single one of them are legends. Yeah. We even got Anarchy Auto Care jumped on.
Oh, legend.
Much love from Anarchy Auto Care.
Yeah, sick. Thank you. Thanks for the love that you send us. I appreciate it.
Dan said, I drank half your beers, so I guess we're even. Don't tell fucking him that.
I've got nothing. I'm just supplying everything, Dan. Mate, my fridge is just can't keep up. It's just hectic.
Yeah. I drank all your beers yesterday, actually.
We just as a bit of a recap on there, Dan. Yesterday's we'll go out to Jaeger Up. We'll go out to Jaeger Up dune system, which has been a massive bucket list for us. Get down the southwest and go and do the Jaeger Up sand dune system, and then to Calcup Hill. You see it on YouTube all the time. It's sick. I just want to do it. So anyway, Shannon needed to use the 105. That was potentially going to be the number 1 car to do the trip. And then it's plan B, Sloth's coming. Shannon needed to use it. We got no back seat, so it can't be the 3 of us. We head off and we're sort of loading in the car, and wasn't a lot going into that Sloth just quietly.
Oh, there was stuff coming out.
Yeah, we were pretty much emptying that. And then we sort of got down the street, sort of probably didn't discuss it too much. We were just sort of joking and laughing. And it's well, what are we doing for lunch? It's we got food in that there. And have you got tools, cooking tools, utensils? Because we all know Jayden forgets that sort of shit. We've got you covered with that, mate. And, yep, no worries. So, we've got food, we've got cooking utensils, we can sort all that sort of stuff out. We get down to fuel up, and it's just got to the first Jaeger Up dune, and Jayden's I said, we better have a beer to celebrate. And he goes, I didn't grab any of them either, mate. You got a spare one? It's just so we supplied the beers for the day. It was not too much. He pretty much just turned up to a guide, and we just supply everything. So
I didn't say it yesterday though. Until I was looking at the back of the ute, and it's there's no tyre on that spare tyre rack.
Oh, didn't you? No. Oh, no. Well, there you go. He wouldn't have even had a jack to jack it up anyway.
I had nothing in that ute. I had camera gear and some water. That was it.
But look, to be honest with you, he doesn't supply a lot, this lad. But what he did supply, and I won't lie to you, is we spent a fair bit of time filming. Don't know when we'll get that video out, and I don't know what it'll look like and all the rest of it because we've been out of it for a little bit. But had some fun, had some absolute epic laughs, and it was just awesome to, Jayden sort of he puts a new dynamic on our videos too. We're very similar in the way we go about it.
I'll charge him by the hour too, guys.
But yeah, just a fair bit of, I won't lie, just to go out and do a trip with someone someone else that actually does filming or YouTube, and it's a lot easier, you know. And this isn't a disrespect to our friends that we'd gone away a week earlier with. They're our best mates. They're our lifelong mates. Like, they're beautiful people, and you know, we've done that much travelling with these guys, and but they're just not. They're not into the YouTube thing. They're not into the video, and it's like you just feel like
you don't want to be rude.
Yeah, you don't want to be rude.
Like,
you sort of you wreck their trip because you don't want to stop. As much as like you look at good spots and think, oh, I could chuck a camera up there, I could do that. Yeah, it sort of it just wrecks the trip for these poor guys. So we did a little bit of filming, not much, and I don't sort of post a lot about them because I don't want to bloody put their faces up on social media and all that sort of stuff because they're not that sort of people. But to go out with Jayden, you know, the last couple of days and do some filming where he's just invested in it as well, like, it was so good. It was, we're sort of, I think we got to the Lake Jaeger up.
Jaeger up Lake.
Jaeger up Lake.
You got me saying Jaeger up now.
What is it?
Jaeger up.
Jaeger up.
Oh no, that's how I'm always saying.
Yeah, well, so he might not even know how to say it, but
yeah, probably
we got to Jaeger up Lake, and just straight away it was just like, he goes, you've got me pumped too. So it was good because we were sort of getting real motivated, weren't we? And by the end of the day, we're still pulling up in the dark and running cameras and all that sort of stuff. It was sick. So I had an absolute ball, and obviously the first few days I pretty much got put to work. I didn't really get any time to scratch myself. Me and his old man were doing all the work while he pretty much sat in the posi track. So it was just
qualified, mate. You can't be too careful these days.
Everyone needs a machine operator. Yeah. But look, it's been an absolute blast down here. But yeah, yesterday was sick, wasn't it, to go and do that? Because we've never done that either, but we've always said, like, and it wouldn't necessarily, because it wasn't per se a collab. It was just Jayden's like, hey man, I'm going to bring my camera along, bring all my stuff.
Do all the hard work for you.
Yeah, I'm going to do the hard work. So I pretty much did
pay for the beers.
Yeah. But and I'll just, when we do all the filming, I'll just throw you all the film, and you chuck it into a video.
Per each film.
Yeah, I won't be paying much. I won't be paying much at all. But yeah, look, it was good fun, mate. Yeah. And to be honest with you, for us too, it was a good chance to try the new canopy and the 12 volt. Like, I'm going to probably sound like a flog here, but we're running the fridge. We've got a 130 litre bloody fridge in here, and we've got induction cooking, and we've actually gone out and bought a coffee machine. Because the friends that we're staying with in Donnybrook have got a coffee machine with like a pod machine. We don't drink that at home. And they were supplying the coffees in the mornings, and it's just a next level coffee. It's a proper coffee. So we do have the power now to run a coffee machine. So yeah, we're flogs. We're not that upmarket. We don't have a microwave. But mate, to have a coffee in the morning, like a proper coffee, was so good. And to rock out there yesterday and cook some steak on the induction and all the rest of it. It was wicked, eh? Like, it was a piece of piss.
It was a little bit floggy, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, he loved it though.
Hey, it wasn't my steak or cooker, so I was pretty happy.
Yeah, it wasn't his steak. We supplied the steak, so he wouldn't care how we got it. But
I paid for my own fuel, but
yeah, you did. No, you did. But just to go out and try the canopy and try the 12 volt and just run it through its paces, and the crews are like, yeah, we've still only got like 16, I think just 17,000 Ks on it now, and it's all new to us. It was just so good, like, to do Cal Cup Hill yesterday, brothers. Like, you know, there's so much talk about it on YouTube and all the rest of it, and I guess, like any hill or any track or whatever, you know, you could go there after a weekend and it's been real dry and everyone rips it up, or you could go after rain and it's different, or I don't care what it was, but yeah, basically... we drove Cal Cup Hill in one go. So yeah, like the 79 was. I actually ran first gear high range and pretty much redlined it the whole way. It was just on full send.
It was a bit soft.
And yeah, it was soft. Yeah, like, and mate, I wasn't. Certainly I can see why people see it as a challenge because she's a solid hill. I'd reckon at any stage we'd have backed off.
Either.
Nah.
I'll just run through the questions and we'll continue with that. Just so I don't get too far behind.
Yeah, fair call.
At least I can interrupt.
That's good. Yeah, he gets a word in.
Shut up! I'm still struggling.
Thanks, mate.
Nathan Mills, boys, we made it. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother. Legend.
Dan, make the matches. You're killing it, Jayden. Sloth Dad Life. Hello on it. That is a good shirt. I'm copywriting that before you get onto it. Nathan Mills, Rome wasn't built in a day, brother. You'll get there.
Yeah.
Cheers, bros.
We're
on our way. That's gold, J-Dog. New block, new baby, new dam. Good on your bros, kicking goals.
Yeah.
It is. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, it is.
Dylan, try and see if we can catch up before you head back home to the Pilbara. Well, I'm his manager, so just give me a call, mate, and we'll see if we can book something in. The matches. Send him the bill. Well, actually, I better not read that one. Send him the bill, Brad. That's Jayden. If Jayden can actually read it.
Thanks, Dan.
Can you block anyone off the line?
Nah, we know. I did send Dan a message before and said, like, get on here, bros, and just roast him on his grammar, because cannot speak for shit.
Nah.
Good job, Dan. Love your work, brother.
Big offer into your beach ficking down. Beach ficking. Talking about grammar.
Here we go. He's on, Dan. He's on.
You beach fishing down there, fellas. No, because someone had a big whine yesterday saying the beach fishing isn't up for him.
Nah, to be honest with you, mate. To be honest with you, Regan, like we didn't. Where we were beach fishing, a lot of people, there were quite a few blokes down there fishing. And, mate, it was. Well, in our video you'll see, but it was hectic down there, wasn't it?
That year it's always like that.
Yeah.
It's, you sort of got to have the right sort of fishing set up, you know.
Yeah.
Need some pretty big sinkers, otherwise you're wasting your time just as fast as you cast it out. It's laying at your feet or a kilometre down the beach.
And look, to be honest with you, mate, I bought a cheap rod when we were in one of these country towns on the way down. And I'm just not set up, mate. Yeah, well, we flew down to pick up the car, so we didn't bring a lot of gear down there. So I bought some gear while I've been down here, bought a couple of new rods. I actually did throw all my reels in my bag and flew down with my reels, and I've just bought a couple of rods. But to be honest, yesterday, mate, I should have gone fishing. If we should have camped. To be honest with you, Regan, we should have camped down there, wouldn't we? And I would have thrown a line in, 100%.
Just all the time sort of. But like, we got out there semi-late and then
filming. It was hectic.
It was hectic. Like I was hoping to try and get to a few rivers and all that, and it was just the timing was. You sort of want to be able to sit there for a few hours and kick back to be able to fish, which is a bit of a shame because the salmon. There's a few people
just
getting
starting
salmon
to get on the bite, eh?
Yeah, so there's potential for that. And he also said, this is my favourite comment of the night so far, induction cooking and coffee machine. Brad went full flog. How about our road MT?
Was that Regan?
Cheers, brother. Yeah, Regan.
Cheers, Regan. I'll pour you a coffee when I get out there and see you in Alice, Buzz. You'll love it. I'll especially pour you a coffee and you will love it.
Hopefully it's travelling.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, Regan, I did grab one of the Morphlate compressors from the boys. And, yesterday, Arvo, I got to pump up our rig and Jayden's rig because Jayden doesn't run compressors in his rig either. He doesn't actually run anything.
I told you I brought nothing.
Yeah, so, and mate, that's a treat. So you put me onto that and, I'm glad we bought it because it works a treat, eh, bros?
It wasn't too bad for a free compressor.
Yeah.
Or free air.
Yeah.
Dylan said, lay off Brad's beers, Jayden. Cut off.
Good work. Yeah, cut him off.
Mr. John DeCosta.
There he is.
He's here and he's stolen my question, which is actually going to be what I was going to get into.
Yep.
So on your buzz, I don't know who's paying you to
steal questions.
What's been your best part of the Southwest, Brad? So that's also what I wanted to get into. Obviously, I've yarned you lots about it on the potty.
Yep.
And it's so obviously Australia. Anywhere you go, so different. It's all different all over.
Yeah.
The Pilbara, the here, over east, etc. And I love it down here. It's sort of been talking the last few days about the Karri Forest and Jarrah Forest, and I was sort of ask you what's your feelings and your thoughts and the experience of coming from up north, which is absolutely beautiful. Yes, it's a bit more populated, but how do you, what's the spots like there down here for you?
Oh, look, and to be honest with you, Johnny, you sent me a message yesterday saying, like, nearly as good as the Pilbara, and we have a little giggle because I know how much you love the Pilbara, and you know the same for us. But to be honest with you, bros, the one thing that I've taken out of Southwest, like the thing that I've loved the most, is the trees, the forest, bros. Like, and to be honest with you, I said, because we grew up in the Vic High country, and obviously it's all gums up there, right through there, but, and I don't even know how to explain this, because Fee and I have said it quite a few times, but when you drive, it's a visual thing, I think, I'm not sure what it is, but when you drive, so when we're going down a dirt road, and say we're following Jayden, and all the leaves flicking up off the road, and then the trees are massive, huge, like, they're absolutely huge. Man, it's taken, when Fee and I first met, and we were fall driving every weekend, and camping every weekend, and fishing every weekend, and, but all in this, it's almost identical, but on the other side of Australia, different trees, because they're not gums here, they're your Jarrah and your Karri forest and that, but it's actually taken us back to my childhood, because I grew up since 5 years of age doing that sort of stuff. So it was almost completely different, but exactly the same. And so, man, we've been driving through and just sort of, I don't know. You come around every corner. And it's very similar to the Pilbara too. You come around every corner and there's another rock face or whatever. And it probably all looks the same to some people. So does every Karri forest and every Jarrah forest. But every corner is just another little forest, and I love it. Like, that is the thing that I would, and I've said it to you the whole time, but I can see why people just rave about the Southwest. It's obviously, to go to the beach and that yesterday was sick. And the fall driving was sick, because it was actually really good fall driving through there. And we sort of laughed and said, "You're not bringing soft roaders in here." Like, there's some, but when we popped down onto the beach, it was like, because so to go onto the beach, I was running 16 in the front and 18 in the rear. The sign just before the Yuga up access little track, the first dune pop up. Oh, mate, does it in reverse. Gold, absolutely gold.
Check it out on Red Dust Adventures.
YouTube you will, mate, you will. And but like, to get there, the sign says 10 and 12, and it's just it's pretty low. Like, 10 and 12, like we all know, safe to do and all the rest of it. But it's like, I just went to my go-to pressures, and we're all driving around in the dunes, no drama. Drove up that hill, no drama. It was a piece of piss, to be honest with you. And that's not to take away from, like, it's a soft sand hill and all that,
It does get gnarly there,
and, and I've seen it on YouTube, man. It's off its head. But yeah, like, when we dropped down off onto the beach, hectic. Like, I was on full song. Like, I dropped down thinking I was just going to cruise on there like we were everywhere else. And I just, like, nearly buried myself, didn't I? I got straight off the gas, and I said to you, like, but I'm going down further, because otherwise I'm going to be stuck here.
Well, it was, because we've had bits of rain, like, it's been really dry, but we've had bits and pieces of rain, but obviously it changes, it's still a fair distance away from the beach, and that's why I kept saying, I said, it's been raining, it's probably going to be hard as and easy, and these 79s still probably get bogged, but,
He talked up a big game.
But, like I was saying, it might not be too bad, like, it might be pretty cruisy, which you can't, it kind of takes the fun out of it, because you want to, the Carl Cup, you sort of don't want to be, I've been there when it's been sort of, just rain, and it's actually pretty disappointing. What is going on? It's raining, which I'm like right on the edge. But yeah, like it can be like Cal Cup, it's sort of, you could literally reverse up it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was I reckon it was at the good stage. It wasn't at its worst, and it wasn't too rough, thankfully. As I kept saying, when it gets pumped down there, it's just your wheels coming off the ground left, right, and centre, trying to keep up your momentum, and all your beers go flying and everything. But so it wasn't too bad that way, but. What certainly wasn't at it hard, that's for sure. Yeah. So
I'll have to come back down. That's the challenge accepted. We'll have to come down and do it again. But mate, to answer your question, Johnny, the forest, man, the trees, the bush, the country, like so different to the Pilbara, but very similar to how I grew up. And it was almost like a bloody childhood reminiscent. Like, it was sick. Like, love it down here, mate. I can see why people love it. Absolutely see why people love it.
Yeah. Why people? Nathan, what's with these words, brother?
Big words?
Oh, bro, I don't even know if I want to try.
Oh, no.
Back and offered NT, excellent, mate. More float, FTW. Nathan, what the fuck is this? No, I'm not even gonna try. What the fuck is that say, bro? You don't even. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, bloody
you got a fucking dyslexic and a blind person. What can go wrong?
Here's a look, Baz. Here's a look.
What the fuck does that say?
Where are we going?
That.
Very euphoric and nostalgic.
Yeah, those ones there.
Yeah.
It's fucking
How do I go with that, Buzz? I nailed it, didn't I?
Pretty fucking good, yeah.
That's just my old age coming through.
That's probably just his fucking richness.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know what either of the words mean, but I know how to say it. Nah, it made it very, very euphoric and nostalgic. 100%,
You could
brother.
just say, oh, it's pretty fucking cool down there, or it's awesome.
Nah, love your work, Nath. But nah, 100%, man. That's exactly what it was. It was just to drive along. And I can't explain those leaves blowing off the track. Or when we were driving past tracks, like off to the right, and you look down it, and then you just see like all the leaf litter on the track. It's just like I was going back to my childhood over and over again. I don't even know how to explain it. It was the best. It's the last few days down here. It's been epic,
it's
epic.
A sick spot, something different.
Yeah.
Dan, agree, Brad. One thing I've missed is leaving Vic. Is the VHC, and I bloody miss it. Hit the southwest, and I felt like I was back at home.
Yeah, you would have, Dan. You would have, mate. 100%.
Nathan, now we're talking English. Probably just the coffee machine weighing you down.
Dear me. Yep.
But yeah, no, it's like as I say, it's sort of different. You know, it's a lot closer, and there's lots of touristy shit, and but yeah, it's just I don't know. You can't. I love the fire. That's what I love down here. Is we're in Cogen up, and that's all farming and pretty much no bush over there.
Oh, the properties, like even that, bro. It's like, oh, here's another couple of things. Just the old towns, going through like your Bridgetown, your Pemberton last night, and we come through Pemberton in the dark. Well, we stopped at Pemberton last night because we knew we were going to be out of piss when we got home, so we stopped at Pemberton and made the bottle shop there and had fish and chips. It was bloody freezing, but we stopped there and just sat there and talked shit and had fish and chips at Pemberton, wasn't it? It was beautiful. Like,
oh yeah, it was good. Yeah.
It was cool.
That's why
I did a night run
I joked.
on the way
I said,
home.
this is where all the blokes that have been fishing all day who don't catch anything come.
Yeah, come to get a feed. Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, Matt's popping.
We didn't get home until like 10:30 or 10 o'clock last night.
Yeah, well, then we were going to stop and we were going to bloody wash our cars too on the way. Mandy, like, I'll stop this. We go back way home.
Yeah, so back way home through the bush. So
yeah,
that was good. It was sick.
But
yeah, the old towns down here, so many beautiful little towns, and yeah, I think the further you get in here, and just like a couple of the back roads that we've been driving. Just out to get to the property, just some of the properties out here and the dams and their setups, and it's like, I know I've sort of said, because I'm quite envious of what Jayden and Shannon have achieved here, and it's so good to be on land again, and out of the cityscape, but still at someone's house, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we're camping, but we're not camping. This is your home, but we're camping here, so yeah, it's so good. Yeah, loving it.
Nathan said Bridgetown is so beautiful. Reminds me of the small outback towns in New South Wales and Victoria.
Yeah, no doubt, mate, no doubt.
Old Fridgetown.
Yeah, well, Jayden, and I'm not sure whether you've heard that, Nathan, but apparently it gets ridiculously cold there, so its nickname is Fridgetown.
Just in that little valley there.
Yeah.
It's always a few degrees colder than anywhere else.
Yeah, and like it's because it's bloody raining and we're not used to the rain. It's we get rain, obviously. We just had a cyclone up there, but it's very different to just the fog and the rain and just through the forest, and it's a stunning spot. But the towns, 100%, some beautiful little towns. And we stopped at bit of a laugh though. No, I'll tell you, we stopped at Bridgetown. We left here, so we came down here a week ago or whatever it was, spent the night, and then drove back to Donnybrook to stay with our friends, and then came down the following day again.
Keep going, mate, keep going.
Yeah, so then we, when we went back through Bridgetown to go back to Donnybrook, and we stopped at, it was like, we just get a feed at the bakery. We haven't had a bakery feed for ages, and anyway, we stopped at the bakery and I grabbed a curry pie and Fee grabbed a steak and pepper pie, chunky steak and pepper. Anyway, we walked back in the rain, jump in the car, and it's like, oh, we'll just eat this before we drive off, because as you know, Nathan, it's quite hilly and all that up through there. And yeah, the matches know because they've just come through there. But yeah, quite hilly and stuff. So we'll eat our pies, and if there's one thing Fee hates in life, she hates mushrooms. Anyway, she's bit into her pie, and she's like, the fuck is that? And pulled out a big mushroom. She's like, are you kidding me? So I just take her back, babes. Just tell them, like, wrong pie. Anyway, she wanders off there in the rain again. Grabs another pie. It wasn't far, guys. It's not like I had to go and do it. She's keen to go and do it. Just, I feel sound like an arsehole, don't I? But anyway, so she gone back down.
Big shout out to the Bridgetown Bakery.
Yeah. Goes back down and says, hey guys, I've bloody grabbed the wrong pie. I asked for a steak and pepper and I've got a steak and mushroom. They're like, oh, so sorry. Gave her another pie. Came back down, jumped in the car, bit into it. Oh, shit you not. Another big mushroom come out. She's like, are you kidding me? She was gutted. Anyway, yeah, mushrooms got thrown out the window and she ended up battling on and, yeah, got through the pie. They weren't the greatest pies. And then the funny thing is, you know, Fee and I love our tucker and stuff, and we drove out of there sort of feeling pretty disappointed, to be honest with you, and we got like 5 shops down, 6 shops down, and there's a big sign saying carvery. It's just like, oh, bullshit. We should have gone to the carvery. We should have gone to the end of the street and done a Yui. But yeah, that was Bridgestone's experience for us. Beautiful little town. Bakery sort of give us a bit of a touch up though, I think.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, yes, they do. Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Dan.
Go on, spit it out.
Oh, my mum always used to say this actually. I want to see Jayden say supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious.
Yeah, that one. Fuck, I got halfway.
Go on, you have a crack on.
No,
I sure took over a little bit there, mate.
I pretty much did it.
Yeah. It was like, I was just like the puppet in the background. It's like, yeah.
You just
move your lips, Jayden, I'll say it. Yeah. What are we doing? Are we sharing any more? Oh, is that my whole can?
Finish your can, yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I'm not that much of a sneaky prick.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what you got in the bottom of that.
Thanks, mate. Now I'm not sure either.
Yeah, it's your one and only can, but you know one of those frozen ones that sit next to the camera.
What's that, one of those balls, eh?
Yeah, it's
stirring ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it does.
Well, they're in the Guinness cans too, bros.
Yeah, right. Something to do
I did
with
a Guinness pie once upon a time. It's on YouTube too, bros.
Right. So the next sort of question, you got like Southwest. I'm not going to go into details.
Yep.
But how have you liked the canopy life? Obviously, you had a smaller canopy on there.
Yep.
And like I said, we're not going to go into the details. You have to wait for YouTube episode to come out.
Yep.
Like having the canopy, you know, spend a bit of coin on it, sort of setting it up how you want. You know, obviously you got bits and pieces you still want to do to it. What's it like? What's it? You know, you've done a few little trips. Obviously, haven't gone out back yet.
No, we haven't. And first thoughts, absolutely love it. Like, yeah, it
looks sick. Just the we're talking about it today. Just like core off road. I've nailed it. Obviously, you have to wait and see for details, but just the way that looks custom. Like it's cool. So
yeah, they are.
Just purely the looks, and then obviously the functions are pretty cool too.
And to be honest with you, like, so as a bit of a heads up, and I think Core actually putting a video out about our car or about our canopy, and again there will be full details, but off the shelf. So we hit Core up. Originally was at the Fall Drive show when we first met you guys. They have a canopy for the 79. They only have one size canopy and tray for the 79. And it was too big and too long for us, so we didn't want that. So we asked them if they'd do a custom canopy for us, and they said no. And then we mucked it, we nicked off, and we did a bit more of the show. And we went back that afternoon and asked them again. And they said no, and then we said, all right, we'll leave it with you. And then we got a phone call a couple of weeks later. Actually, we got an email a couple of weeks later. We left our email address and said, if you ever change your mind, if you ever come up with this is what we're trying to achieve, we'll give you all those details. So maybe Call put their video out first. And so this is what we want, and we're not budging on that. And we didn't really want to go to the opposition. We didn't want to go to Norweld or try anyone else. We love these guys' canopy and the way it looks and the way it is, the weight of it, the build of it. And we got an email a couple of weeks later saying, hey guys, I've spoken to management and the build crew, engineers and all the rest of it, and we're prepared to have a crack at your size canopy for a 79. if you still can, it's like, yeah, lock it in, done. So we put our money down and we said, yep, happy days. So this, what we have on our 79, is the first canopy size and tray size that Core have ever done. So I guess that makes us ambassadors, or not ambassadors, that's the wrong word.
This guy,
test dummies
coffee
or whatever.
machines, no, he's ambassadors.
Yeah, I got ahead of myself then, didn't I?
Red Dust 10, you know.
Flog, eh? No, but look, I mean, at the end of the day, we wanted a shorter tray and canopy to suit our trailer, because our other tray was too long for it, and we had to run a bloody a 300mm extension on our tow bar, and within that it was, I don't know the exact details, but it was derating our towing capacity. So we obviously have a 3.5 tonne towing capacity with this car, but with that extended thing, it derated it. So this is the canopy we wanted. And to answer your question, mate, for the short time we've had it, we've only had it, a week and a bit now, 2 weeks. And we've done a couple of trips out of it. And again, like, we've basically camped out of it, for the last week. Absolutely love it. So we've got no internal. So the only thing we've got is the 12-volt system, which we got after we picked up the thing, and a fridge in here, an upright fridge. And we've never had an upright fridge before. So at this point in time, absolutely loving that too. Taken it as a bit to get used to. We've actually had to go and buy a couple of containers because I think the first 3 or 4 days. Well, the first trip we did, which we did to Black Point, every time we're opening the fridge, there was just shit bailing out of us. So all those people that talk about, like upright fridges, they're dog shit because they do that. I get what you're saying, because we're opening the door and pretty much with a catcher's mitt and catching shit. So that was a little bit annoying for the first few days, but it's just a case of getting used to it. And stacking your stuff properly with, those 6-pack things that you put on your cans, and a basket up the top for your meats and all that. It's just, getting to know the fridge, I guess. But being able to just reach and grab it, it's like, and the piss is cold out of there, isn't it? But the beers, and
I find that, like, I've got a couple of normal car fridges you reach over the top, and just the access. My father-in-law's got the same. He's just got a check King's one, but just the upright of being able to get to everything. Like, that's what shits me. I mean, I'm very, as you're learning probably this week, I'm a very impatient person.
Yep.
But yeah, just to be able to access everything, it's like all there. You're not one, if you're a shorter person or you got a higher car, you can still get to it fairly easy. But just trying to dig, and you got a container with an epoxy lid on it that goes up through there, and your milk, you can still put it in the door over, and like it's, I just find that the access is a lot easier, but obviously you want your little things to stop your cans flying around and stuff, but and
that's just using it and getting used to it. But like, to have a canopy, loving it, man. It's so good. Like, I get the whole concept, and I know Krusty, Gav, a guy in his troopy, he talks about, I don't know how you do a rooftop tent. I couldn't do a rooftop tent because you can't use firewood. You can't put firewood on there. The canopy's very different to work, different to a wagon. I know a lot of people have said, I couldn't do a canopy because, going away from a ute, rather a dog box and just have a ute so you can chuck shit in. Yeah, you do. You lose all that. But the reality is, man, we're not building a weekend farm truck or whatever. We're building a tourer.
You had a wagon before too, so it's not like you're changing necessarily.
No, we're not. We're just giving ourselves easier access. Because, I mean, mate, the 105, it's still there. It's still set up. It's exactly the same as it has. Nothing's changed with that. Still got a rooftop tent on. Still got the good battery system in there. It's all set up, ready to go. The 240-litre Engels are just sitting in there, so we could jump in that and go away tomorrow. And very different, trying to pull the wheels out, open the tailgate, pull the fridge out. It's hard work, man. Compared to this is sick. So canopy so far, bros, absolutely love it. I see you've been smiling again. We've got some new issues. What have we got?
We got the 79's just getting pumped at the moment.
Is it? Don't like it? Well, stiff shit. I'm not gonna love it.
Regan said, Ambassador Sheath, what's happening when you That's what happens when you put a coffee machine in your 79 full with Lanza mode.
Yeah. He'll smoke me. Regan will smoke me. I know he will.
Yeah, well, at least we got
That's good.
We got Regan going you and Dan going me, so at least everything out somewhere.
Cheers, lad.
Dan said triple entries, $10 a ticket for the 79. Regan's laughing emoji. But yeah. Well, I suppose we'll slowly start winding the first episode up. I don't know if we're going to keep going live for the... Because we're going to try and smash a few out tonight.
Yep.
It's pending how smooth our speech is, I suppose, after a while.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, it's been absolutely sick having you down here. And, yeah, as tough as life is and stuff, it's, yeah, I suppose it really brings you back to your mates and, you know, all the good and bad things. And so I always said you gotta obviously look to the future, but you always just gotta live your bloody life. Like, you know, as much as I give you one, you shit up about your 79, and you know,
that's good.
But it's you know, it's pretty cool. You know, as you said, you know, I've worked my whole life for this. You know, it's and it's sick. You can see your smile every time you jump into it. And
I love it.
Running into town with you to grab me a computer because I've left my computer in the car that went to town.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just sick to, you know, if you and your wife to, you know, see living your dream and it's what you've worked for, and as much as I give you shit about it, so it's bloody cool to see. And
that's what it's about, isn't it, brother?
Like, it's 100%.
At the end of the day, I say all the time, you know, like, not to go on too much about the 79, we've made that choice. I understand they've got their flaws and yeah, look, I mean, you know, even with the coffee machine or whatever, I mean, it probably is a flawed thing to do. But the reality is, mate, we've worked hard to build a battery system that allows us to do that, not so we can have a coffee machine in the car. Coffee machine wasn't ever in the thing. It was just the fact that I drank a week.
That's why you bought the 79, mate.
And it made it takes up no room. It weighs bugger all, and we can have a decent coffee in the morning. Yeah. And yeah, look, at the end of the day, I can do it. You know, if you can do it, just do it. But yeah, look, for us, it's, man, it ticks all the boxes. We believe it's comfortable. We enjoy driving it. It allows us to tow the trailer legally and go away with the quads. To put a canopy on there that's, you know, stops us, you know, with a smaller canopy, stops us getting overweight. Going back to a rooftop tent, having a rooftop tent. I'm not going to lie, like, the best thing we've done is to go back to a rooftop tent. It's just so good. The sleeps we've been having in the last sort of couple of weeks has just been sick, so we're loving going back to that. We've worked hard, like I said, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. We've worked hard for a long time to have our dream rig, and I'm still, every time I walk away from it, I'm still turning around looking back on it. I love it. And look, we just got some stickers on it today. Did you want to tell anyone about the stickers, mate?
Oh, well, that's all your fault, to be honest. So I'll go out of my way. You know, like I just said before, we're not set up for business currently. But, you know, being a...
But it's just having a shot at Jayden. I'm just asking Jayden. Because he's sort of gone in negative straight away. Like, he's on the defence.
I just got to get ahead of the game, you know. So, yeah, we thought it could be a good opportunity while the 79's down here. And, you know, you've asked lots of questions about how stickers are made and all that. And, you know, I've only got sort of the cheaper end machine, which still does the job fine. It's just a lot more manual labour, I suppose you could say. You know, you got to do a lot more stuff.
I was hectic.
So I thought, it'd be, you said, you know, obviously got the new canopy, so you want some stickers on the side. Obviously, it's made out of a slightly different material.
Yeah.
It's not just like a sort of
It's not a flat alley. I don't know what it is.
It's like, the only way I can describe it, it's like a really, really fine Raptor coat, which it's not Raptor,
it's almost like a hammer tone finish.
Yeah, it's sort of just got that little gristle sort of to it. So we thought it should stick to it, but yeah. So went in the in-laws and went through the process making the sticker.
And the three of us, me, you and Fee just got in there and made stickers today, and that was like, was sick, wasn't it? we had so many laughs, but for us to be able to be a part of it, of making our own stickers, and for you to go through, because it's a lot harder than what I thought it was, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Looks like a piece of piss, but it's...
Especially for someone that's not... I'm terrible with lining stuff up, or I kept saying, I was like, Shannon always kills me at this part, because I stuff something up, she has to fix it. But there's a lot of different, especially having their logos, different layers, and so I went through that, and being the stickers, sort of the vinyl sticker type it is, you ideally want sort of a bit warmer temperature, not too hot but not too cold, and it just helps it stick a lot better. Plus, I think with that, plus the type of material the door was.
Pushing shit uphill.
And like I said, you had way more patience. You said you had way more. I had way more patience with you making the stickers, and I said you got way more patience than me putting them on. I'd have ripped them off by then, but it was
stuck at it for a couple of hours.
So
exactly.
it didn't go ideal. We'll fix her up, but
I'm going to take a photo of it. And look, it's got nothing to do with Jayden, but at the end of the day, I did say right from the start that we'll be challenged with the texture on the canopy because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure whether it was going to take to it. But yeah, we're working in 8 degrees, and they're not designed to go on at 8 degrees. And then, like, to be honest with you, we set up ready to go and it started raining, didn't it? It was just like, So
it was all against us today.
It stopped raining, so we wiped it down. We were putting stickers on a different texture in the cold. Everything was wrong, but all the letters have stayed on them. We just can't get the red centre bit to stay. So Jayden's going to grab us some new material going forward.
Yeah,
we'll do a little bit more research and try a few different things and get some stickers made up. But when it looks sick, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
it looks mint.
It really finishes the rig off. It finishes the rig off.
Yeah.
It's perfect size and
it's thick.
And,
so we'll stick with that. We know what we've got to do. But yeah, I won't lie to you guys to spend the day today. We got up and sort of did some running around this morning, organised some stuff, and then we went and did stickers right from scratch. So yeah, it was. Fee and I were just blown away of just how much it goes into it, and then the three of us were in there pissing ourselves laughing. When we like, oh shit!
This bloke forgot to breathe. I don't know how many times.
It was so anxious. So, and then we come back and put it on. He goes, "I'll leave you with it," because we just couldn't get it to stick. And I stood there for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just like heating it up, rubbing it. We got it to stick, and then so we're halfway there.
Almost there.
That's good.
How do my sister, is that coffee in your cup made of moonshine? It would be moonshine if actually I won't say no, but if my supplier hadn't run out. Well, they have run out. So it's
he promised me, Hannah. He promised me. It hasn't come through with the goods.
Maybe I should have, and we'll get some for brekkie or something.
Shit.
There we go. Outback NT's changed sides. Jayden, you're not safe either. At the end of the day, mate, you always have that pink sippy cup. Just so you know, it was his cup, but someone decided to drop it in the sand. So I was the GC, and I said, I'll have that cup, because I know, and so Dan's, applauding him. So, if anyone else wants to take my side, please feel free to join in.
Smoking.
Regan, much love, fellas. Cannot wait to meet up one day, hit some trucks, beers and yarn.
100%, brother.
100%. And yarn around the fire. Jesus.
Lock that in, Regan. Lock it in, brother.
Jesus, Brad could fair dinkum talk the ears off a deaf man.
Who said that?
Regan.
Are we having another Kilkenny, bro?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm out too. Thank you, Regan. John DaCosta.
Strap yourself in, Regan. I can talk, bro.
Hey, Mr. DaCosta's in there. Don't just start to be a sippy cup. This bloke. Yeah. So I suppose someone can open cans. I suppose we'll slowly wrap this one up. Well, I said slowly. We'll wrap this one up. Get on to the next one. I'm probably gonna, when I press stop, it's gonna cut you all off. You'll be able to join back on the same thing if you want to keep going. It's the time now, 7:30. Still late. It's still early, guys. You'll still be able to join us for work tomorrow. But so it's been awesome having you down here.
Yeah.
Finally, to be able to do a potty together.
Sick, brother.
Not a big delay and all that sort of stuff, and no hiding me beers exploding or something behind the desk.
Yep.
So it's been awesome having you down here.
Thanks for having us, mate.
Pleasure. Absolute pleasure. And it's it's been great. And I suppose big thanks to all you guys for we thought we'd just do a live as it's our first one together, and it's as always you guys jumping on weeknight, school night, and flooding us with the I was going to say love, but I don't think there's much love there.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys. Thanks to the supporters. And yeah, see you on the next one.
Really appreciate everyone hanging around because, I reckon there'll be a few people that were sending us messages thinking, oh, they're done. Going in there. And
14 episode wonders.
Yeah, it was a bit of a funny thing because I remember when we first started, Pete from Wacker said there was a statistic about podcasts, and I think, what was it? Episode 11?
Yeah.
I think it was like on average, people get to episode 11.
Might have been maybe 16 or something like that. Around there. We're close.
Yeah. So I think some people thought we were going to become another statistic, but it ain't fucking happening, is it, boys?
Not yet.
Not happening.
They still talk now.
Yeah, no, we're good to go.
No, we're good there, mate, you know. Last few comments. Dylan, is that his daughter's sippy cup? Big thanks. Callum Ward, 2 sexy beasts. Brad, I'll kiss you. Set it down the beers, mate. If you want a sippy cup, I can sell you one.
Yeah. Thanks, Callum.
Great. I'm going to become a sippy cup man. Between pink sippy cups and coffee machine salesman in 79, I don't know, boys.
Who said that? Regan.
Not Dan.
Dan. Thanks, mate.
Nathan Mills, Joe Rogan, look out. He's got about as much hair, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you very much. We're going to end it. You can join back in a second.
Yep.
And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
legends. Appreciate it, eh?
Now do the awkward walk up to the camera and turn it off.
Yeah, you will.